What's up, y'all? My name is T-Bone, and I want to talk to you today about why you should get into Halo lore and where to start. Halo is a super popular franchise. I know a ton of people have played it across their childhood, and also Halo Infinite is out now, so there's a new campaign to play, and with that, there's a ton of backstory that you may not know, and I want to talk about where to start on how to get into it. There's the 5 main games, plus Reach, which I would also consider a main game, ODST, which is kind of but also, again, I would consider a main game. There's Halo Wars 1 and 2, and Halo Spartan Assault, I think it's called, which is a mobile game, which I don't really know how much that has to do with anything, but anyway, there's a ton of games to draw from, but even more than that, there are shows, movies, books, comic books, all kinds of stuff, and it can be kind of overwhelming for the people that are interested in learning more about Halo lore, but I want to make it easy for you. So if you don't mind, please just like and subscribe to the video. I would appreciate it. I want to share more Halo stuff, including clips and stuff on my shorts, but anyway, let's get into it. So why should you get into Halo lore? Mainly because it'll help you understand the game more. The game is always standalone. The story tells itself, so you don't have to, but it's cool to know more about the Spartans and everything like that. So for example, the new Battle Pass that's currently in the multiplayer is all about Halo Reach. So if you haven't played the game, first off, amazing game. You should definitely go play it. But second off, the reason that's important is all of the Spartans listed there, except for George, are Spartan 3s, which were there to follow Chief, who's a Spartan 2. But also, it's super interesting. So you can learn more about Chief, everybody's favorite Spartan. You can learn more about the Covenant. It's a very interesting subject, but where should you start? So obviously the games are the easiest. Pick up Halo Infinite, but probably even cheaper. I don't actually know what it sells for right now. You can get the Master Chief Collection, which has Halo 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then for either $5 or $10 add-ons, you can add Reach and ODST. Halo 5 is its own separate game. It's not part of the Master Chief Collection. But those would be a good place to start on the lore and the story of Halo from the perspective of Master Chief. But if you want to go beyond that, my favorite place are the books. So these are 3 of the books I have. I think I have 6 total. There's a bunch more out there. But anyway, those are the first. The books are always good. And really, most of them are standalone. You can kind of pick up any one and know what's going on and not need any more information. But they're super good. A lot of them go into the backstory of characters that are in the games but don't really get a ton of screen time. So for example, if you wonder why the top rank in Halo right now in the multiplayer is Onyx Squad. So there was a planet called Onyx. They trained some Spartans there. There's a whole story about it. There you go. But anyway, yeah, you can literally just search Halo books. They're on Amazon for super cheap. You can get them for like 10, 12 bucks. And that's a good place to start. Like I said, any of them are good. Of the 6 I've read, they're all great. I will say if you want to learn the most about Chief himself and how he was created, The Fall of Reach is one of the better ones. Let me go get it. So this is actually an original copy that I got from a used bookstore, which is kind of cool because it's got the original Xbox logo. But anyway, The Fall of Reach goes into the entire backstory of the Spartans and the Spartan 2 program, which Chief belongs to the Spartan 2 program. Short story is they kidnapped kids, they flash cloned them, and sent a clone back in their place that would eventually die. Actually, it wouldn't eventually die. It would die at a young age. They trained kids from birth. They put them through genetic augmentations, and they gave them Mjolnir armor, which is what the armor is. But anyway, this goes into the whole story of like Blue Team and Chief and all that. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. I get super excited about Halo lore. Anyway, some of the most interesting things that I've found in the Halo lore are the stories of Chief himself. Everybody wants to know more about him because he's the badass, he's the most awesome, all that. But also the stories of the other Spartans. So there was like 120 Spartans that were trained with Chief. Not a lot of them made it through the training program, to be clear, but the ones that did, they also have interesting stories, and they're worth telling. And then the Covenant also. There's a lot of books that go into the actual political hierarchy of the Covenant, and it's super interesting. So all of the species in the Covenant are different, and some were brought in as partners, some were brought in by force. There's a whole history, a Grunt Rebellion, the taming of the Hunters. It's all cool stuff. But anyway, yeah, if you are a longtime Halo fan, or you just started playing the free multiplayer and you want to go next, I would say start with the free multiplayer right now. It's just fun. You won't learn anything about lore, but it's just fun to be a part of. Play the campaign of Halo Infinite that comes out. I don't think you really need to play the games before that to do it, but I don't know because I haven't played the campaign. Go back and play the old Halo games. They are old, but they're definitely worth it. I personally have started to play through, and I'm thinking about streaming it, but I don't know if I will. But anyway, I'm super excited to get to Reach. One of my favorite games. Super, super amazing. Super depressing also. Anyway, yeah, and then pick up a book. Like I said, I got this at a used bookstore. How much was it? $3. It was $3. So easy, fun thing to do. And yeah, my name's T-Bone. I'm going to try and put Halo content here on YouTube. Please make sure to like and subscribe, like I said, if you enjoy this. And thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Catch you later.